It's a war zone. They got their vest, bulletproof vest. They've got a Glock 9. They've got a shotgun to the ready. They've got a taser. They got a stick. And they got something to say, we need backup. They got pepper spray. When you got all of that, what are you dealing with? See, this is a jungle. And they are the keepers of the zoo, where human beings live like the beasts of the field, preying not for one another, but preying upon one another. That is the failure of education. That is the failure of religion. That is the failure of all of the things that steward human life. That is why, in my humble suggestion, we need our own ministry of education, where we bring our brightest minds together to think about what do we want for our people and our children. May I close this point with this? I have a grandson. He's 2 years old. I think he just made 2. My daughter and her husband live in an apartment, and of course the other children are at school, so there's no one in the apartment but those 2 and the little boy. Well, my son-in-law came home and he turned on his computer, and it seemed messed up from the way he had it when he left. And he went to my daughter and said, I wish you would stop messing with my computer. She said, I never touched your computer. He said, well, there's nobody in here but me and you and the baby. So he said, I'll fix this. He turned the TV off, and then he developed a new password. And then he and my daughter were watching, and the little boy, 2 years old, who's not very clear speaking wise, but he got up under the computer and turned that thing on. Then he got up in the chair and he started fiddling around to turn it on, and he was using the mouse, but instead of turning it clockwise, he was turning it counterclockwise. So my daughter and my son-in-law stand by just watching him. Then he did something and hit a button and bypassed the password.
You're kidding. You're kidding. Come on. You're kidding.
And they're sitting there with their jaw on their chest, and my son-in-law ran over to see what did he do to bypass the password. Now he's 2. Here's what I want you to see. This archaic educational system, its methodology and its psychology is unfit and ill-prepared to deal with the new minds that an information society is producing. So now you send your child to school and he's very rambunctious. Mother, you must come up. Your child is presenting us with a problem. We think he needs some Ritalin. And they did a chemical analysis, someone told me, of Ritalin, and it is like the same as cocaine. So because the teacher can't cope with the new mind, you dumb it down so you can deal with it. This is a system that must be thrown in the garbage pail. But do you have the courage? See, don't talk about my courage. That's there. I'm talking about your courage now. Do we have the courage to